Hi friends, welcome to Fast Coder 21. So please write your name in the chat box so that if you ask question, we can understand easily. Today our topic is how to find medical coding job in United Kingdom. So same process will be applicable in Scotland also. Please write your name in the chat box. Hi Srinivasa Rao, good evening. Happy Sankranti. So we will wait for few 4 minutes. Afterwards we can start. Hi Anil, happy Sankranti. I hope you guys are working in India only. So if you would like to go UK and do the medical coding job, this session is very helpful. In the meantime, if you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. I will try to clarify. So we will start sharp at 7:30 IST. Hi Srinivasara, regarding your doubt, there are no age restrictions, but you need to have basic requirement by the NHS in order to get medical coder job. There is no age restriction. Hi Mahesh, happy Sankranti and welcome to Fast Coder 21. Mahesh, just wait for few more minutes. So at 7:30 we will start and I will explain what is the process so that you can understand easily. Meantime, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Hi Giri Swami, welcome to Fast Coder 21. Happy Sankranti. Just wait for a few more minutes. We will start at 7:30 so that I will clear your all your doubts. Hi Mickey, welcome to Fast Coder 21. So we will start sharply at 7:30. So 2 more minutes. At 7:30 we can start our session. Don't worry, I will clear all your doubts regarding UK medical coding. So one more minute. Let us wait for other people also. If anyone interested to do medical coding job in UK, as this process is mostly same for Scotland also. Yes, guys. So we can start now. So basically, we have few questions before starting of this session. So there are no age restriction to do the job in UK as a medical coder. So anyone can apply for that. But we need to acquire the basic requirement of NHS in order to get medical coding job. So basically, in US and India, usually we'll call it as medical coder, but in UK they will call it as clinical coder. So if you find the keyword using the medical coder, you can't get the job in UK. Say you need to use the keyword like clinical coder. So both the task is same, but the convention or name is different. So US and India we will usually call it as medical coder, but in UK we will call it as clinical coder. So basically in UK they will use ICD-10 as well as OPCS. So ICD-10 CM is CVM is used in the US only. In UK we will call it as ICD-10 only, no CM. So for procedures they will use OPCS. So already we have mentioned in our video. Just we can check our video for more information. So here we need to understand what is clinical coding. So clinical coding is the process of translating medical information from patient records in hospitals into alphanumeric codes. So a clinical coder will spend time reading medical notes, records, and analyzing the contents, which they then translate into alphanumeric codes that accurately represents the patient's stay. So basically, if you want to do medical coding job in US or UK, you need to work in the hospitals, not like in India. In India, we are going to the office and we are performing our duties. As in US and UK, we need to go to the hospital and sometimes we need to interact with the physicians. As US is outsourcing their coding process to India, we are going to the office and we are performing our coding duties. So what is clinical coding? Is the process of translation of patient diagnosis which we will obtain using the patient records and we will convert into alphanumeric codes. As usual, US and UK, we will convert patient diagnosis into alphanumeric codes. So basically in US, insurance companies will give money to the physicians or provider, but in UK, NHS usually we will call it as National Health Services, which will work under government. So do you have any doubt until now? So we will clear that. I will give you 1 or 2 minutes here so that you can ask your doubt. So next we will see what are the typical day for a clinical coder or medical coder. Tasks are same for both US coders as India coders as UK coders, but the name itself is different. In India and US, it is medical coder. In UK, we will call it as clinical coder. The duties are same for both of us. So next, responsibilities and day-to-day activities of the clinical coder role. So assess patient records and notes content. So as usual, if you are in India or US, we need to access the patient records and notes, identify and reply medical terminology terms into code. So after getting the documents, we need to identify the medical terminology in order to code the document and allocate diagnosis and procedural codes to the patient records. So after finding diagnosis and procedures, we need to code the patient records and we need to extract the necessary information in order to code. After identifying the diagnosis using the patient administration systems, we need to convert into codes. ICD-10 as well as OPCS in UK, ICD-10 CM and CPT or HICPICS in US and India. So sometimes we need to work under pressure. Whenever we are doing coding, we need to communicate with more number of people. If you are working directly in the hospitals, as I told you before, in order to code properly, if you are working in hospital or if you are working in UK or US, you need to directly interact with the physician or nurses in order to gather the information. So for example, if you are in India, we are doing the query process in order to get the more information. But in UK and US, the medical coder or clinical coder will interact with the nurses or physicians directly. They will get the necessary information in order to code properly. So before completing the case, we need to do the quality issues and we need to take the appropriate action in order to reduce the quality issues. So here we need to understand the process of coding. It is same for US, India and UK. So initially patient will be admitted to the hospital and the patient diagnosis will be identified and patient will be treated and patient will be discharged to the home. This is the first step. What is the second step? In the second step, as a medical coder, we need to assess the patient records and we need to identify main condition, secondary condition, as well as the procedure performed, if any relevant procedures. So after identifying the diagnosis or procedures, we need to convert into ICD-10 and OPCS-4, as this OPCS-4 is the coding process which in UK they have used for coding procedures. So after the information is coded into the hospital information system, the data is uploaded to the data warehouse known as secondary user service in UK. So after entering the data into the SUS, then data will go to the HES. What is HES? Hospital episode statistics. So this is the process. Here patient will come. After that, medical coder or clinical coder will get the access to the patient records. We need to find the diagnosis, secondary diagnosis and procedure using those documentation. We need to convert into ICD-10 and OPCS 4 codes using the assessing system, and then we need to send these documents using the hospital software into one warehouse. We will call it as secondary user services. After SUS, this will go to the HES, which is hospital episode statistics. So this is the typical coding process. So this is there is a big difference between UK and US. So our as a clinical coder or medical coder, we need to assess the patient diagnosis, and we need to enter into the hospital software. For example, if you work in India or US, we will code using the 3M or client integrity or any encoders which are created by Optum or other providers. So next, we need to know what are the use of clinically coded data. So it is common everywhere. What is the purpose, main purpose? We have two types of purpose. One is for statistical purpose and second one is for clinical purpose. So where does the statistical process useful using the clinical coded data? So National Tariff Payment System and HRG4. In UK, this data is used for National Tariff Payment System and HRG4. And this coded data is useful for clinical indicators. It will be used for commissioning. It will be used for health trends. So based on this data only, government decide what is the allocation they need to provide in the future. Next one is epidemiological or etiological studies, and next one resource management and case mix planning. So in order to gain all these purpose, we need to have clinically coded data. So these are the topics we have discussed, all are related to statistical purpose. So next we have clinical purpose. So our coded data is useful for clinical purpose. So how does it affects? So for clinical audit purpose, we need clinical coded data. Clinical governance, we need clinical data. For cost analysis, we need clinical data. For clinical decision support, we need coded data. For outcome measurement, we need clinical data. For treatment effectiveness, we need clinical data. So using this clinical data, US or UK governments will decide they will use this data for statistical purpose as well as clinical purpose. Even this data useful in India also if they use the coding process. So until now, if you have any doubt, we will discuss. After that, we will go towards the certification process. So we have one doubt here. Vikas Soni, hi sir. As you said, coding is government organized, so provider is government. So as usual, few providers are work under government, and few physicians they will give the data to the government using the coded data. They will get the money. So Giri Swami doubt is non-life science background students are eligible. Giri Swami, before that we have upcoming process or upcoming learning. There you can learn what is the process to get coding job in UK. So Mahesh doubt is what are the softwares are using in UK. So usually based on my knowledge, even they are also using 3M, and their hospitals will use their in-house softwares in order to provide good privacy. So if you have any other doubts, please mention here, and also please like this session so that we will get motivation, and we will use our available resources to get other topics in live session. Please like this session so that it is useful for others also, and it will motivate us. Just click on the hand symbol so that we'll get motivation towards this session, and we will try to create more session going further. Chandrasekhar, so now we are going, after few minutes you are going to learn packages in UK. You don't need to worry, you are going to learn that also. So before that, please like this session so that we will get motivation to create more sessions like this, which are useful for the fellow coders or the people who are trying to enter into medical coding. Chandrasekhar, after completion of this live session, automatically it will be available in live sessions in YouTube. You can watch later. No need to worry. So next we will learn certification process in UK. So basically we need to know what is NCCQ. NCCQ means National Clinical Coding Qualification, is a professional examination for clinical coders working in the UK. So NCCQ is the examination which we need to write in order to work as a clinical coder in UK. So currently NCCQ is the only clinical coding qualification recognized by the NHS. As we discussed previously, NHS means National Health Services, which will provide health services to the legal residents of UK. Having the NCCQ is a requirement of being admitted to the National Clinical Coding Trainer and Auditor programs. So if we have NCCQ certification or examination process, directly you can go to the National Clinical Coding Trainer and Auditor programs. Next, upon passing the examination, a clinical coder is awarded the designation as Accredited Clinical Coder ACC qualification. So basically, in order to work as a or in order to enter into NHS, Y means total UK NHS covers the health services. So in order to enter into the NHS, you need to have the ACC qualification. So who will conduct this ACC qualification? NCCQ, which is National Clinical Coding Qualification. For example, if you take in US, if you want to or if you work in the any hospital or medical coding field, CPC is provided by the AAPC. So here same as in the process in UK, ACC is provided by the NCCQ. So in order to enter into the NHS, you need to have ACC qualification. So if you pass NCCQ examination, it will give you the accredited clinical coder qualification. Using this qualification, you can work as a clinical coder in UK. So what is the use of this certification? Provide recognition of the clinical coding profession. So if you have that certification, it means you have the requirements of clinical coding job. So support the recruitment and ongoing assessment of clinical coding staff. Give organization confidence in the quality of coding. Obviously, if you have CPC certification means, for example, if you have CPC means in India or US, companies will take you directly. So they think that company will think that as here she has CPC qualification, he might be good at coding. So in the same way, in UK also, if we have this qualification, as we have discussed, ACC, accredited clinical coder qualification, NHS thinks that you have the good qualification or good knowledge about coding and they will take you. So next, we need to know the exam process. So the NCCQ examination consists of 2 written papers that are both taken over the course of 1 day. So we need to write 2 papers in 1 day. So we have paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 consists of practical coding. So using ICD-10, OPCS4 and case studies, we need to complete the paper 1. And here the pass mark for the practical paper is 90%. You need to have 90% marks in order to pass this paper 1. A distinction is awarded for a score of 95% and over. So if you get more than 90% or 95%, you need to get distinction. So second one is paper 2, which is theory. So in theory, they will ask you about ICD-10, OPCS4, SNOMED CT, data quality, coding audit, medical terminology, and anatomy and physiology. So here also, we will not take any material into the examination hall. Only we need to take our code books. So initially for paper 2 or theory paper, we have 60% marks to pass, but they have revised it to 70%. So you need to have 70% in order to get or pass paper 2. So here you need to have resitting. So here too you will write the exam. If you fail, so the coder is able to retake individual papers but must pass within the next 3 examination or they will have to take both papers again. So what does it mean? So we have 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So if you fail in the paper 1, you can write paper 1 again but within the next 3 examination. Why means we have yearly twice. This ACC examination will be yearly twice. So within 1.5 year after filling the paper, you need to write it again. So what are the requirement to write this exam? You need to have foundation knowledge of human anatomy, physiology, and medical terminology. You need to have understanding of how to deconstruct and understand a medical term, and an awareness of the NHS digital and mandatory data set. You need to have the knowledge about the NHS digital and dataset which they will use for coding. And you need to have good idea about how to apply codes to given diagnosis and treatments. And you need to have rules and regulations or conventions of ICD-10, and you need to have good idea about relevant national standards and how to apply them. And you need to have good understanding of how to navigate through a medical record, whether it is paper based and or electronic. And you need to have good idea about SNOMED CT, which is systemized nomenclature of medicine clinical terms. So you need to have all these things in order to write this exam. So in order to write this exam, we have two process. So first one is, initially you will go to the hospital directly. Usually we will call it as trust. For example, if you want to go to the Oxford University Hospital Trust, you need to apply using the NHS website. After reaching the application to Oxford Hospital, they will send you to the invitation to the interview. Initially, interview is the same process. Initially, they will conduct written test. If you pass in written test, they will conduct group discussion. And if you pass the group discussion, they will absorb into their hospital trust. So basically, if you don't have any experience, so you will go to the hospital, you will do the job for 2 years there, and hospital will provide money to write this ACC certification. So second process is, in order to write this exam, you need to do the clinical coding foundation course. So after completing this foundation course, directly you can write the ACC certification exam. So how do you apply for jobs? Using the NHS website, you can apply for the jobs. If you want more information about this, so I have explained using the NHS website in our video. So if you have any doubts, please watch that video. So even we have mentioned bands in UK clinical coding job. So initially, whenever you join in the hospital, your band will be band 2. So these bands will be up to band 7. So band 7 is clinical coding manager. Band 2 is a fresher. So we have band 2. Based on your severity, your bands will change. Band 2 is initial, band 3, band 4, band 5, band 6, and band 7. So if you watch our session in YouTube, you can understand easily. Yes, Mahesh, I will give you the link now so you can watch. So I have posted the link here. You can watch in practical way. So if you have any doubts, just you can ask me. I will try to clarify as much as possible. I hope you understand this session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me freely now. Basically, our intention is to help the people in order to succeed in their life. So now it is 8 o'clock. We will conduct this session for next 10 minutes. Meantime, if you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. I will try to explain. So basically, we have one doubt here: how much charge for examination? So you need to check the IHRM website in order to know the examination process, as it will be changed frequently. So in UK, in order to get or in order to enter into healthcare, you need to have NHS login. Using login, you can enter into the any type of medical field or healthcare field. Mahesh, basically, we don't know the process on how to train. Even as you discussed before, in order to train the other people or in order to become auditor, you need to have the ACC qualification, which I don't have now. So I can't train for UK coding process. So no one is providing UK medical process in India. So you need to go UK and do the training. Basically, if you are in UK, you no need to get training also. As I told before, directly you can go to the hospital trust. If you get the job after 2 years, based on your performance, hospital will provide you the opportunity to write that certification exam without any money from your side. So no one is providing UK certification here in India. So for example, if you anyone tourist visa is not applicable, I think so. So because doubt is selection process for job in UK. So you must be stay in UK in order to enter into the NHS. Why means if you are trying for clinical coder job, if you enter into the NHS website, they will call for interview. So if you are inside UK, you have better chances to get medical coding or clinical coding job or any other types of healthcare jobs. So using, for example, if you are permanent resident of UK, you need to apply using the NHS website. From here, there is no visa process. So if you have any other opportunity to go UK, you can apply using the NHS. Hi Ram Prasanna, are you going to UK? So they will not, UK will not consider our experience. You will become fresher. Why means coding process different. UK and India or US coding process or codes are different. So they will not accept HCC coding experience or IPDRG experience or surgery experience. Yes, you need to be in the UK in order to apply, but you can apply. But if they call you for interview, you need to go there. Mickey, frankly, I don't know whether Germany is accepting APC or not. You might be correct. But in Germany, as population is very less, opportunities are very less. No, they will not consider CPC also. As we discussed, they will consider only ACC, accredited clinical coder. So basically, you no need to worry about certification also. If you enter into the NHS hospital after 2 years of experience, they will allow you to write this ACC certification. Ram Prasanna, as usual, in India and US, you have more opportunities for medical coding. If you try in US, it is better. They will not consider CPC at all. So Mahesh Dot, what about salary for band 2? So for example, average for band 2, they will give you 70,000 pounds or 18,000 pounds. So as their currency is pounds, you need to convert this 18,000 into 70 rupees. So you can understand how much Indian currency you will get. Better than Gulf countries in US if we try opportunity. So Prasanna, if you have any opportunities to go UK, you can go and apply there. But from India, it's not possible. You can apply, but they may call for interview. So that time you need to attend physically to the hospital trust in order to face the interview. So using CPC certification, you can work only in India or US. Annual 17,000 to 18,000 pounds annual. That is average only, not at confirmed. So 18,000 means 17 lakhs. So you will get 17 lakhs initially. So I have one friend. She has nearly 4 or 5 years experience in India, and she wrote ACC certification. Now she is getting nearly 50 lakhs per annum. But she is resident of UK now. You need to search for accommodation. No one will provide the accommodation. You need to search your accommodation. So basically, if you have the opportunity to stay in UK, you can try for the jobs, Mahesh. If anyone provides the accommodation and if you have permanent residency of UK, you can apply for this job. As visa process is very difficult. Yes, you can apply from India also, but the thing is that they will call you for the interview. So that you need to attend that interview physically. In order to that, you need to be in UK. As we don't know whether they will give you the job or not. Will you go UK for interview? No, na. So that is the reason. If you are in UK, you can go physically to the interview process. So even more than money. So personally, I have visited few hospitals in UK. So initially, you have written test, and then you have group discussion or technical interview. Then you have HR interview. Then they will provide you with the job. So I have visited. Uh, Go ahead, Ram Prasanna. So whatever doubt you can ask me. No worries. Mine is ICT, intra-company transfer. So my visa is ICT, intra-company transfer. We have stayed there for 3 years, and we came back to India. As UK is very expensive compared to India. So Ram Prasanna, US also same way. You can apply for the jobs, but why means using the mail only we can send the job applications or our resumes. But whenever they call for the interview, we need to go to the US. So it is a very tough process. That's why I told you we need to stay here in there in US or UK. So, sir, do you have any idea about Australian coding? Sorry, Mickey, I don't have any idea about Australian coding. If you wish, I will try to make one video on that after researching. As in India, most of the people are doing using the US coding only. As I have visited UK for 3 years, I have knowledge about this clinical coder certification and clinical coder job process. No, Ram Prasanna, in coding field, there is no opportunity for going abroad using the company. So no one will send you US for job, medical coding job. So if you are a manager level, they might be send you. But as a coder, you don't have, you will not get opportunity to go US. But I think business people will go to the US in order to market their company. Mahesh, that you need to check with the immigration consultant. They will guide you properly. Which visa is better for student visa or any other approach? Just you can consult, y-axis. Y-axis you can get in like type in the Google, you will get good idea. So they will explain you what is the process. So surely you can ask them, as they are private companies, they will guide you in proper way in order to get visa. Yeah, y-axis. Not only y-axis, you can search other consultancies also. So based on me, y-axis is a little bit famous compared to all other consultancies. So, but it is very uh, expensive in UK. Ramprasna, basically our channel is created for the people who are trying to learn medical coding. Currently, you are joined in HCC coder. So you need to watch all our videos. You will get good knowledge about other coding fields like surgery or inpatient or denial management or anesthesia. You need to choose which is better for you. And using your CPC, you can't go for abroad. I think you can try for Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Except this, you don't have a chance. If you are in UK or US, you can try for the job. Even US people are asking me to find a job for them. So even US also there is huge competition for jobs nowadays. So I am helping few other people in US to get their job. Mahesh, the motto of this live session is to clear the confusion about UK coding process. So the people who are interested can attend this live. Mahesh, already I told you, you need to have applied through the NHS website so that hospital or trust will call you for interview. If you are selected, hospital will provide you the job. After 2 years of experience in clinical coding, hospital will ask you to write the ACC certification. That is the process. So the people who are interested to go UK will attend this session. The people who are not interested to go UK, they will not attend. But our motto or my motto is help the people who are going to or trying to obtain a job in UK. Yeah, of course, UK also there is a huge competition for clinical coding, like US. Why means in UK most of the people are from South Asians like Bangladesh and India. So there also you will find our Indians. So there also you have competition for clinical coding job. UK also there is huge competition for clinical coding. As NHS is the one of the best organization in UK to work. Here, but in UK for nurses there are more opportunities. If you have done nursing course in India, you can go UK directly. So there is a scarcity of nurses in UK or in NHS. So anyone does the nursing job here or nursing qualification in India, my name is Harris. So nurses has better opportunity compared to clinical coders. Even doctors has the better opportunity in UK, but nurses have damn sure opportunity. They will provide the permanent residency like 3 years back. No, I don't know. Yeah, of course, male nurse also acceptable. So I have one friend. He is a male nurse, and his wife, she is a manager in a care unit. Yeah, male nurse is acceptable in UK. So if you have male nurse qualification, you can contact the consultancy. They will guide you how to go there. But there is a scarcity of nursing or nurses in UK. As US also we have care centers. In UK also we have care centers. In order to help those seniors or care centers, they are recruiting the nurses. Yes, we will wait for 5 more minutes. So after that, we will end this end stream. I hope I have cleared all your doubts. The thing is that it is not that much easy to go UK. So if you are in UK, it might be a chance to get a job in clinical coding or in NHS. From India, you can apply the job, but they will not call, I think. If you log in using NHS, you can get good opportunity. If you want clear explanation, I have mentioned our YouTube video in the chat box. Just watch that video. You can get good idea. In future, if you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section of our videos. So I will see and clear all your doubts as much as possible. So Mahesh, basically clinical coding is the process and NHS is the government organization which will provide health services to the legal residents of UK. So clinical coding is the profession like doctor, nurse, optometrist, like it's a profession, and NHS is the organization. All the healthcare specialties will work under NHS. For example, if you are a doctor, you need to go to the NHS. If you are a coder, you need to work under NHS. If you are a nurse, you need to work under NHS. So it is a organization. So its name itself, National Health Services. So it is all health services of UK are under NHS. So if you want any healthcare job, you need to go NHS and you need to apply the job. Yeah. Thank you, Mahesh. No worries. In future also, if you have any doubt, just mention in the comment section. I will try to rectify. So it is better to clear doubts in order to get good idea. So I am ready to always help others in order to clear doubts. Basically, I don't have that material. If in future, if I have that material, I will post it in the group so that we can access. Currently, I don't have any material regarding that OPCS and ICD-10. Mahesh, if you want to join our WhatsApp group, send your mobile number so that I can add. Yes, we have WhatsApp group and Telegram group for Fastcoder 21. Hi Joshua, welcome to Fastcoder 21. So basically, they will not consider your CIC certification. If you have also, they will not consider any type of APC certifications. So whether it is CPC or CIC or any other certification, they will not consider. There we need to write their certification, which is ACC, accredited clinical coder, which will be provided by NCCQ. Ram Prasanna in Canada also, as usual, their Canada health system is not that much developed as compared to US. Based on me, I think coding jobs are very less compared to US. But everywhere, all over the world, you can try for the job. There is no restriction to try for any type of job. But the thing is that we need to meet their requirements. So fast coder 21 has two types of groups. We have 7 WhatsApp groups and 1 Telegram group. So we have jobs groups also. If you are looking for any jobs, you can join our group. You will get job notifications. Rima, I think it's not possible. You need to check online in order to find training for ACC. So if anyone wants to join in our groups, provide your mobile number so that I can add in our WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups. So jobs groups is for the people who are trying to find a good job, and WhatsApp video group is for to gain the technical knowledge in medical coding. So Joshua, what is the way to get a job in US based on medical coding? So basically, you can apply Joshua everywhere. You can apply for the jobs. The thing is that whenever there is a opportunity, they will ask you to come for the interview. So that time you need to go to the US. So in US, you can use CIC or CCS. Why means CIC is AAPs is CCS is AHIMAS. So you can use these two certification in US, but not in UK. So we are using 7 groups to help the people. So if anyone wants, freely you can join in our groups in order to get the latest updates and things. So otherwise, if you are using Telegram, just In Telegram, search for FastCoder21. You can get access to our group. Otherwise, you can give your phone number. Just we will add in our groups. If you are trying for any jobs or if you are trying to gain medical coding knowledge. Guys, we will continue this session for 5 more minutes. 8:35, I will end this stream. No worries, anytime you can send message in comment section of our videos in order to clear your doubts. So we need to understand it that UK is very expensive compared to India. We have paid 1 lakh per our house rent in UK. If you compare with Indian currency, so it is too much, too expensive. But if you have residency, the food is good only. You can go to affordable food. Everything you can get, but the thing is that only problem with this accommodation. It is too expensive. So we will wait for 3 more minutes. After that, I will end this session. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, I will try to clear. So in order to gain more knowledge in medical coding and updates, just follow our FastCoder21 YouTube channel. You will get all the latest updates about pre-CUs and CMS updates and AHIMA updates. So we have 2 more minutes. So after 2 more minutes, we will conclude this session. We will meet in the next YouTube live session based on our topic. Or if you have any doubts or concerns, please mention in the comment section of YouTube videos so that we can make videos related to YouTube. Mahesh, tell me your number. Now itself I will add. If anyone wants to join in our group, please mention your mobile number so that I can add easily. Mahesh, do one thing. Send mail to vincentmedicalcoder@gmail.com your mobile number. So I will add it in the our WhatsApp group. So mail address is vincentmedicalcoder@gmail.com. So for that mail, you can send your mobile number so that I can add into our WhatsApp groups. Guys, I think this session is very useful for you. I hope I have cleared all your doubts. Now I am going to end this stream. We will meet in the future. If you have any doubts, you can mention it now. So we'll discuss about that. Otherwise, I will end this stream. Thank you guys. Thanks for your patience. Please like our videos and subscribe and share to your friends so that we'll be happy. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Now I am ending this stream.